A certain man had 2 sons, and the younger of them said to his father,
"Father, give me the part of the property that falls to my share."
Then the father divided his means of living to his sons. Later, after not many days, the younger son gathered all things together. Then he traveled abroad into a distant country, and there squandered his property by living a debauched life. When he had spent everything, a severe famine occurred throughout that country, and he started to be in need. He even went and attached himself to one of the citizens of that country, and he sent him into his fields to herd swine. And he used to desire to be filled with the carob pods which the swine were eating, and no one would give him anything. When he came to his senses, he said,
"How many hired men of my father are abounding with bread, while I am perishing here from famine? I will rise and journey to my father and say to him, 'Father, I have sinned against heaven and against you. I am no longer worthy of being called your son. Make me as one of your hired men.'
So he rose and went to his father.
Eliezer, someone's coming our way. Who could that poor, ragged man be? It looks like... It is my son.
Moved with pity, the father ran to meet his son. He then embraced him and tenderly kissed him.
Oh, my son, you've returned. You've come home.
Father, I have sinned against heaven and against you. I am no longer worthy of being called your son. Make me as one of your hired men."
Eliezer, quick, bring out a robe, the best one, and clothe him with it. And put a ring on his hand and sandals on his feet. And bring the fattened young bull, slaughter it, and let us eat and enjoy ourselves. Because this my son was dead, and came to life again. He was lost, and was found.
And they started to enjoy themselves. Now his older son was in the field, and as he came and got near the house, he heard a music concert and dancing. So he called one of the servants to him.
"Eliezer, what's going on? Why all this festivity?"
"My lord, your brother has come, and your father slaughtered the fattened young bull, because he got your brother back in good health."
"What? I want no part of this."
Then his father came out to him.
Son, your brother has returned. Come, let us welcome him.
"Father, here it is so many years I have slaved for you, and never once did I transgress your commandment. And yet to me, you never once gave a kid for me to enjoy myself with my friends. But as soon as this your son, who ate up your means of living with harlots, arrived, you slaughtered the fattened young bull for him."
Child, you have always been with me, and all the things that are mine are yours. But we just had to enjoy ourselves and rejoice, because this your brother was dead and came to life, and he was lost and was found.
Jesus probably did not base the parable of the prodigal son on just one family's experience. Rather, he drew on his unerring understanding of human nature and his intimate knowledge of his Father's mercy and forgiveness. Thus, the parable teaches us much about Jehovah's own fatherly love and his willingness to forgive repentant sinners. Indeed, it contains many lessons that can help Christian families and the congregation today when one member strays from Jehovah but wants to return. In Jesus' parable, there were important lessons that both the younger and the older son needed to learn. How, though, might the story play out in a modern setting? Let us see.
David!
Dad, I really have to go.
David, wait a minute, please. I just can't understand why you don't want to keep working with me. What's wrong with our little family business?
Look, Dad, it's not that I don't like working for you. I just want to try doing things on my own, just for a little while.
But David, what happened to all those goals you set for yourself last year?
What goals?
You told your mother and me that after you graduated you wanted to work part-time and pioneer.
Oh, yeah, those goals.
Was that just talk? There's nothing wrong with working for someone else, son, but will the schedule allow you to pioneer? Keep working for me, and you can.
I know I said that, but you know, Dad, things have changed.
Changed? How?
I've changed.
In what sense?
I've changed, you know, in my outlook on things. I guess I'm confused. I'm not sure what I want. I'm burned out because of school. I just want to rest and take things easy for a while. It's just for a little while, Dad, I promise. Besides, I already have another job.
Another job? Already?
You got a job? Doing what?
Al got me a job at the computer store where he works.
Al? Oh, brother, this beats everything.
David, I'm very concerned about you. Why didn't you talk to me first?
Dave, all the brothers know how spiritually wishy-washy Al is these days. All he does anymore is watch movies and play video games.
You've got to be kidding. Movies and video games. Is that the best you can come up with? It's just his recreation.
Even if it is, I still don't think that taking this job is a good idea.
It's just for a few months. It's not about the money. It's about me. I just want to get out on my own a little. Do something myself.
I'll set you up with a couple of jobs where you can be your own boss.
Dad, please. You're treating me as if I'm going to leave the truth. I'm not.
I never said such a thing.
Dad, if you think I'm going to get myself into some kind of trouble, I promise you I won't. All I want is to have a little freedom before life gets really serious and I have to buckle down. Trust me, Dad, for once, just this once, please.
Look, David, we've talked about all of this before. You're old enough to make decisions for yourself. But remember, our decisions always have consequences, good or bad.
I know.
And whatever we do, say, and think, Jehovah knows it all.
I just need a little freedom.
Dave, what kind of freedom are you looking for? There's no such thing as absolute freedom.
Jim's right, David. We're all connected to someone or something, and that means accepting responsibility.
I know, Dad, I know.
You're a good kid. I'd hate to see you waste all your good training.
But, Dad, that's where you're wrong. I'm not a kid.
I really wish you would keep on working for me.
Don't worry, Dad. I'll be careful. I'm not going to disappoint you.
Well, I hope you're right. But somehow, I've got a bad feeling about all of this.
I'm not going to let you down, Dad.
Understand, I only want the best for my sons. You boys mean so much to me.
Oh, Dad, please. Oh, hey, Mom. What do you think of my new shoes?
Why, they look nice.
Thanks. Well, I gotta go. Bye, Dad. Bye, Mom. Bye, James. See you tonight. I'll be back before the meeting.
Well, I guess we better hit the road.
Dad, I'm very uncomfortable about David's new job with Al.
Why?
Well, you know, some of the brothers call him Bad News Al. I don't believe a thing he says, and I think David is in bad company.
Jim, your brother's a good kid. Sure, he's got some growing up to do.
I just don't want to see you disappointed in a big way.
I know. Your mom and I don't want to be disappointed either. But Jim, sooner or later everyone has to make his own decisions. He'll eventually realize there are limits. Let's keep supporting him.
I've been supporting him for years.
Well, that's good. I'm proud of you. Well, come on. We better go or we won't get to work until noon.
Okay, I'll get the tools.
John, I'm really concerned about David. What if James is right about Al?
What do you mean?
What young person has ever got into trouble without some kind of bad association? I'm worried that David could begin to drift from the truth.
David's got a good heart. And he's right. He's no longer a little kid. But whether he's matured spiritually is another question. How will he respond to the attractions of this world? Only time will tell. At some point, he will have to decide that for himself.
I often wonder if we've done everything we could as parents. Have we?
Ever since they were born.
I have so many misgivings these days. I feel so unsure.
Mary, no child comes with a guarantee of success. In every child's life, the time comes when he must answer for himself to Jehovah. From this point on, David must show what's really in his heart.
That's what I'm afraid of.
So what?
Come on, what did he say?
He hardly said anything. He said Jehovah sees everything and we all have an accounting with Jehovah.
Yeah, blah, blah, blah. That's what they always say. What else?
That's it.
That's it?
That's it.
You're kidding. So you're working?
I'm working. Slaving right next to you, Al.
Awesome. Listen, here's what we'll do. We can work together and put aside a little money for, say, 6 months. Then we're out of here. My cousin Anton's got a place in the city. We'll stay there for a while until we find a place of our own. What do you say?
Yeah, it sounds...
And check this out. I've got an idea for a new video game. Fantastic idea. I'm telling you, it's going to blow everyone away. You're going to be a part of this.
Well,
Hey, this is for real. I'm online day and night, not just playing games, but studying them. We're going to make a fortune programming games. Are you with me?
Yeah, I guess so.
Why so gloomy? Look, we're going to be in demand. It's only a matter of time. They'll be calling us from all over, knocking on our doors. Let me in, let me in. What, are you doubting me? How many times have I told you? Have no fear. Your buddy Al is here.
Wow, it's like you got this whole thing all planned out.
Well, somebody's got to do the thinking around here. Otherwise, we won't get anywhere in this world. Come on, you got to meet Mike.
Who's Mike?
Follow the leader and find out. He's the one who's going to sign your paychecks.
Hi, I'm the manager. You can call me Mike. Mind if I call you Dave?
No, not at all, sure.
I'd like to think that behind those friendly eyes is someone who's got a little fire in him. A go-getter. Know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
So, let's see. You just graduated. Not much experience. What are your goals?
Well, I haven't really decided yet.
Your friend Al here speaks highly of you, and we like Al a lot. He does whatever we want him to, and he works all hours. Are you anything like him?
I work hard, sir.
Willing to work all hours?
Yes, except Thursdays and Sundays.
Why's that?
Well, on those nights I have my meetings.
What kind of meetings? Al, is this what you were talking about when I hired you?
Yeah, you remember.
They're religious meetings, right? I get the picture. Yeah, that's fine. But I still need you to work either a Saturday or a Sunday each week. Or at least part of a Sunday. You good with that?
I suppose, sure.
Al here has no problem with any of this. He says if he misses a meeting at his church, he can catch it somewhere else. Maybe you can do that. Just work it around your schedule here. All right, Dave. Be here tomorrow morning, 7 o'clock. I'll be looking forward to seeing if you're made of the same stuff Al here is. Al, why don't you show him around? Introduce him to some of the folks.
Come on. I'll introduce you to my friends.
How can you have friends here already? You've only been here for 3 weeks.
Let's just say I'm gregarious.
Gregarious? In what way?
Come on. I'll introduce you to Patrick, the hardware geek. And you'll like Thomas and Carl, the programmers. I think they never sleep. Plus, the office girls. Allison, Monica, Brittany, and you definitely want to meet Taylor.
Why would I want to meet Taylor?
Never mind why. Besides, it's more like she wants to meet you.
Al, did you really tell the manager that if you miss a meeting, you can catch one somewhere else?
Yeah, so?
You can't tell him that. If he thinks we're not serious about meetings, he'll schedule us to work whenever he wants.
So what? Relax. It's not the end of the world. Anyway, I've only missed a couple of meetings.
Get real. I'm your friend. I know when you're there and when you're not.
Look, I've got everything under control. You heard how much he likes me. So have no fear. Your buddy Al is here. And besides, here they are. Hi, Brittany. Taylor. I want you to meet my friend Dave.
Hey, guys. Oh, so you're Dave.
Nice to meet you, Taylor. You too, Brittany.
We've known each other since we were this high. Dave and I are like brothers.
Oh, really?
You want to tell him what labor-intensive thing you're working on?
Just some boring paperwork. So, when do you start, Dave?
Tomorrow, 7 in the morning.
Cool. I'm looking forward to seeing you.
I bet you are. Come on, bud. Let's check out the back.
Ow! Wow. Where have you been hiding him? He's really cute.
What did I tell you? Didn't I tell you, Taylor? Just use your charms, and he'll fall right into your arms.
Hey, David. Did you just get off work?
Yeah, they had us working late.
Wow, why so late?
We needed to finish a project. An executive from some big company is coming in tomorrow. Sorry, I didn't mean to wake you.
I was waiting up for you and fell asleep. So, how's it going after a month on the new job?
It's all right. Nothing special.
Not what you thought it was going to be, huh? So why don't you quit? Join Dad and me. We've got plenty of work. And you don't even need an application. You've already got an in with the boss.
Nah, I'll pass.
Look, I don't understand you. It's like you're deliberately turning up your nose at us. You spend every waking hour at work with a bunch of wild kids when you have it made right here at home. Even the pay is better.
How do you know what I'm making?
What kind of carrot are they holding out to you? Is it a girl? What has Bad News Al got you thinking? Listen to me, David. That kid is looking for trouble. He's going to find it, too, and the two of you are going to be swimming in it together.
You're being too hard on him.
I don't get it. What is it with you and Al?
Al is my friend. I've known him since we were 5 years old.
And you know what? I've never liked that kid.
That kid is a baptized brother, and you were always jealous of him.
Jealous? What are you talking about? There's nothing to be jealous of. He's a weasel. End of story.
Al enjoys life, and you're jealous because he makes friends with all kinds of people. The brothers at the hall always used to like him. The only reason some don't like him now is that people like you badmouth him.
And people don't like me? Is that what you're saying?
People think you're boring. You're too uptight and serious. And so judgmental. You're like a noose around my neck just waiting for me to drop.
You're out of your mind. I'm none of those things. What I've been through for you. Always sticking my neck out for you so you wouldn't wind up in the doghouse.
Oh, sure. Like you're my savior.
And while I'm trying to follow the cramped road, you're running around like a big shot wannabe.
And you know what else? You're jealous about that, too.
Are you crazy?
Oh, that's what your problem is. You're jealous of me, aren't you? You jealous of me stepping out? Afraid I'm stepping a little too far into the world? Afraid I might find something cool, when all you want is to do the same?
Go ahead, mock me. I'm just trying to look out for you, as if I've got nothing better to do.
Nobody told you to try and control my life.
That's nuts.
Yeah? Then why do you hate me?
I don't hate you.
Oh, come on. It's in your eyes, all over your face. You're always judging me.
You know what I want in life? I'll tell you. I want to do what's right in God's eyes.
Yeah, right.
And I want you to do what's right, too.
Not in a million years are you thinking of me.
I told Dad, if you go off into the world, you've got no one to blame but yourself. You've wanted to do that for years. I can't stop you. Dad can't stop you. And you know what? Jehovah won't stop you, because it's your decision.
That's right. It's my decision.
And you and your lazy, good-for-nothing friend will sink into this world's mess. And nobody's going to be there to pull you out. Then what are you going to do?
I've got news for you. I and my lazy, good-for-nothing friend are not gonna sink. We know what we're doing, and we can take care of ourselves.
You think so? All right, here. Here, take it. Go off into dreamland.
What's this?
It's your bank card from the account you've been slowly draining.
That's my money. You got no right.
It's Dad's money. He set that account up years ago, so you could use it to pioneer.
I want to know what you're doing with my bank card.
I found it on the bathroom floor.
I must have dropped it. Still, you had no right.
Just stop. I'm tired. I gotta get up in the morning and do some real work.
Well, so do I.
Yeah? Making up violent video games? Give me a break. I'm going to bed.
What kind of a brother are you? What are you gonna do to me next? Take me out in the field and kill me? Cain?
You know what I like about you?
No. What?
You're different.
I am?
Yeah, from any guy I've ever met. You're respectable. You treat me decently. There's just something about you. I'm serious. So tell me, what is it?
I never thought about it.
You're awesome. You know that?
What do you mean?
You don't come on to me like other guys do. You're just natural. And I've never even heard you curse. Don't look at me like that. I'm serious. It's just nice to be with a person like you. So tell me, what makes you so special?
I don't know.
Seriously? You don't know? You don't curse and you don't know why?
I really don't. I guess it's because I was raised a Christian.
So was I. But my mother says I've got a filthy mouth.
I've never heard you curse.
That's because I don't hear you curse. So why should I? I don't need to impress you. 'Cause I can tell I've clearly won you over. Or is this just an act? Are you pretending?
I'm not a very good actor. I don't know. I guess I just love life, and I want to do the right thing. I would never hurt you.
You're a Jehovah's Witness, right?
Yeah?
Part-time or full-time?
What does that mean?
Well, Al's a witness too, right? He's definitely a part-timer. I've seen what he does around here. He's no angel. He's a hard worker, all right, but I don't know who he thinks he's fooling.
Well, I'd like to believe I'm full-time.
Someday you'll have to tell me what you guys believe. Oh, look who's here. It's your buddy.
Would you excuse us for a minute?
I gotta go do everything. See you later.
What's up?
I've got really good news. Remember my cousin Anton I was telling you about?
Yeah?
His tenant has just moved out. He's got an apartment that's so cheap, it's not even funny. This is like a deal made in heaven. It's all coming together. Like our future is calling us. We'd be idiots not to grab this chance. Now what? What's the matter? Your dad been grilling you? Or the elders?
Nah, the elders keep coming around. It bothers me some, but only until they leave. It's more my brother, James.
Your brother? You know, honestly, he's like made of stone. He's so self-righteous.
That's what I told him.
And that's why I keep telling you, you gotta get out of that place. He's never gonna change.
I don't know what he wants.
I'll tell you what he wants. He wants you to wallow in guilt. He's always been that way. He thinks he's better than us and has to keep an eye on us. What are we, still kids?
Yeah, right?
The problem's not with us. It's with him. Your brother doesn't know how to live. Know what? If you want to serve Jehovah, fine. Nothing wrong with that. But don't go around telling other people how bad they are and how bad this world is. It's up to each of us to make this world a better place.
Well, look, we know the end is coming.
They've been saying that for years. People thought the world was coming to an end during the Black Plague. And guess what? We're still here.
But Jesus said to keep on the watch. After all, the end will come.
Yeah, sure it will. But who knows when? In the meantime, none of this is going to stop me from living life to the fullest. I could still be a good person.
Yeah, you're right.
Of course I'm right. I'm your friend. I'm not going to lie to you. All your brother's trying to do is make you feel guilty.
Personally, I think he hates me.
Listen, you're going about this all wrong. I know your family doesn't like you working here, but all you have to do is yes them to death. I do that with mine every day, and they're none the wiser for it.
What do you mean?
Look, whenever older people talk to you, all you have to do is nod and say yes, 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 and then go and do what you want. Anyway, we'll be out of here soon. In the meantime, just let them hear what they want to hear. Hey, you with me or against me?
I'm with you.
Great. All we need is money.
Well, if that's all we need, what are we waiting for?
What's this? You didn't steal this, did you?
Trust me, it's all mine.
No way. You're awesome.
That's what Taylor said.
This man is awesome.
I know.
Why have you been holding out on me, man?
I haven't. I was just waiting for the right time.
You're taking us one step closer to fulfilling our dream.
Have no fear, 'cause Dave, your buddy, is here.
Taylor, what are you doing?
Everything.
David, Al, what are you two up to? Get back to work. In fact, you two need to stay here tonight and finish that project of yours.
Oh, no, not tonight, Mike. I have my meeting tonight.
Don't start with me, David. Not now, not ever. You need to finish that project if it keeps you here all night. Understand?
What am I going to do? I have a talk tonight.
Pretend you didn't get the assignment slip.
I can't do that.
Then call your dad and ask him if he can do it. He'll do it.
No, he won't. He wants me to give this talk. It's my first in a long time.
Be imaginative. Think of your dad as the greatest guy in the world. Here, sweet talk him. Beg him if you have to. He's your dad. Dads do everything for their kids, right? I've got my dad eating out of my hand.
Dad, I've got a big favor to ask of you.
No, wait. Before we go anywhere, let me get this straight. You two guys are Jehovah's Witnesses?
I'm telling you.
Come off it. There's no way you guys are witnesses.
Who says we're not?
A girl in my school was a witness.
So?
First of all, Jehovah's Witnesses don't smoke.
So I was right. You are a part-timer.
What are you talking about?
Al, you smoke?
Never mind.
Second, she told me that witnesses hang out with other witnesses. So what are you guys doing with us?
Well, it's quite simple, ladies. The reason we're hanging out with you is that we want to educate you about what real gentlemen are like.
Are you guys serious? Forget it.
Listen, maybe we should just go, the two of us.
Oh, come on. Don't leave. We're just getting to know you, and you don't know us at all.
All right, let me ask you something. I want to see if Gina was telling me the truth.
Who's Gina?
The witness girl. She said, let me get this right. What if someone does something they're not supposed to do?
Like what?
Like, let's say, they're caught smoking. Or suppose they hook up with someone, 'cause I know that's against the rules. What would happen?
Well, you'd get in trouble. They lecture you, you'd say you're sorry, and then you're back in.
And that's it?
Well, that's not exactly the way it works. You see, if you're not repentant, you're disfellowshipped.
What does that mean, disfellowshipped?
The elders sit down with you, and if you're not sorry and, really have a change of heart, then they have no choice but to disfellowship you.
So other witnesses won't hang out with you?
Sorta.
I think that's mean.
Yeah, so do I.
Well, except there's a reason for it. They hope you'll turn around. Repent, and make things right with God. Then you can come back.
After they treat you like that, why would you want to come back?
Well, because it's the best place to be.
But if you don't tell anybody what you're doing, nobody knows a thing, right?
Exactly.
Look, I don't want to talk about this anymore. Let's do something or go somewhere.
We still have time to see that movie. You want to go?
Now we're talking.
Come on, Taylor.
Why did you have to bring up all that disfellowshipping stuff? Talking about religion turns people off.
Brittany's the one who brought it up.
Come on, you guys. Come on, Dave.
David, I've been calling all over for you. Where have you been?
I'm right here, Dad.
David, you were not here. Where were you?
I was at work and then had to drop some things off at Al's place.
I need to talk to you.
That's funny, Dad, 'cause I need to talk to you, too.
No, come sit here next to me. Father and son should be able to talk to each other man to man.
Sure, Dad. So, I'm a man now, huh?
Well, you've grown up, but I remember when you were this little. I held you in one arm, cradled you like this. I promised Jehovah I would do my very best to bring you up to serve him.
I grew up to disappoint you. Is that it?
No, but your mom and I are concerned about your spirituality.
I know, Dad. You've been telling me that every day. Dad, look. I have to tell you something. I'm moving out. I'm leaving tonight.
What? What do you mean? Where are you going?
I'm moving to the city.
With Al?
Yes. We have a place, and we've got jobs at a bigger firm.
Why? What's wrong with living here?
People are always judging me.
What people? Are you talking about your brother? He treats you the way he does because he cares for you.
Why can't people just let me be who I want to be?
Who's stopping you from being who you want to be?
Everybody. I feel so restricted around here. All these rules. You can't do this. You've got to do that.
David, Jehovah's laws are not restrictive. They protect us. They're not burdensome, unless you want to do something wrong. Is that what you want to do?
I don't know. All I know for sure is that I'm happy when I'm with my friends and away from here.
Where will you go to meetings?
Actually, I don't even feel comfortable at the meetings anymore.
David, do you realize what you're saying? If you leave Jehovah's organization, you take yourself out from under his spiritual protection. You become easy prey for Satan.
Well, right now that protection feels more like a cage.
David, we don't have to learn things the hard way. Bad decisions have bad consequences. Is that really what you want?
I want my freedom. Freedom to do what I want, when I want, and with whoever I want. Is that such a crime?
If you know how to do what is right, but you don't do it, then yes, that is a crime. The Bible says it's a sin. Son, don't you believe that this is the truth?
I never said I didn't. I know it is. There couldn't be any other truth. But, Dad, the bottom line is, I want to do what I want to do. And I don't want anyone telling me I can't. Besides, this system of things hasn't ended yet, so it may still go on for some time.
Is that what you honestly believe? Or has someone else told you that?
It's just a feeling I have. I've been hearing for years that we have to keep on the watch.
David, what's going on? Is it a girl? David, you know Jehovah. No one can truly love you unless they know and love Jehovah too.
Dad, I'm sorry. This is something I have to do. I know I'm disappointing you and maybe Jehovah, but I just have to this time.
David, what are you talking about?
David!
David, what's going on? Talk to me.
David, how can you explain this to your mother?
Mom, I just have to do this.
Do what? David, no. Don't do this. Don't leave. Oh, John. I feel like we're letting him walk right out of the truth. John, it's like death. How can this be happening to our family?
Dad, what's going on? What's wrong with Mom? Is she all right?
Oh, James, David doesn't realize what he's doing to his mother.
It's way past midnight. Why are you staring out the window?
I just wonder where your brother is and how he's doing. I keep thinking he won't really keep this up. He'll come to his senses and come back to Jehovah.
But, Dad, he's been gone for months. Even if he knew that Mom still cries every day, or that all you do is think about him, would that make any difference to him? And what about me? He's affected me, too. I'm so angry about what he's done to our family that my stomach is always in knots.
Well, Jim, we have to move forward, no matter what your brother does. We can never help him if we let his bad decisions hold us back spiritually. The congregation has been very supportive. The elders come by, they ask about David and share scriptural thoughts with us.
Yes, I know.
And most of the brothers and sisters are so warm toward us, visiting and inviting us over. A few, well, I guess they just don't know what it's like.
What do you mean?
Oh, a sister called from the city just to say she'd seen David going into a bar with Al and two girls. I'm not sure what she thought she was accomplishing by telling us that, but needless to say, it didn't help your mother.
I guess not.
At least it means David is still alive and able to stand on 2 feet.
Personally, Dad, I think he deserves whatever he gets. Was that your phone, Dad?
Yes, but at this hour? Jim, it's a text message from David.
From David? What does he say?
He says,
Hi, Dad. How are things? Project's on track here. Should be rich in no time. But right now, money's running low. Can you help? I'll pay you back soon with big interest. Thanks, Dad. Hi to Mom and James.
So he spent all the money you gave him to Pioneer, and now he wants more? No way.
James, he needs our help.
Our help? You know what? Good night.
David, so good to hear from you. We all miss you and want to help. Please, come home, son, and come back to Jehovah. That's the best way, the only right way. You know you'll be welcome. Please, come. I love you, son. Dad.
Well, now my family knows I'm out of money. What they don't know is how bad everything else is. Al's big dream has turned into a daily grind, working around people interested only in themselves and in how much they can squeeze out of us. Money is all Al thinks about, too. Yesterday I saw a sister witnessing to a man on the street. I thought, if he listens, he can learn the truth. He can gain real happiness. He'd be a rich man. What about me? Will I ever be truly happy again? Who am I kidding? I can never fit in completely with the world. I know too much about what's right and wrong. But how can I go back? I'd be disloyal to my friends, to Al, and to Taylor. Besides, I've done some things that are really wrong. How can I face Mom and Dad? And what about the elders and the congregation? No, I'm not ready to face all that. I've got to work things out by myself somehow, with a little help from Al and Taylor. Besides, I can't let them down. They need me.
What a day. I'm like brain dead. I really needed to come here and have some fun.
Well, Mr. Braindead, we're going to be late for the concert again.
Why do you always have to be complaining? We're waiting to get Dave's bank card back, remember?
What's taking so long? We've been looking forward to this concert for weeks, and you're letting this silly waiter ruin it for us. Don't you understand? This is the most exciting thing in my life.
You mean besides me, right?
Oh, yeah, right. You're okay, but this is really important.
Al, can't you get them to hurry up? We're going to be late.
Stop being so pushy. Who do you think you are? Nobody tells me what to do.
Oh, Al, it's all about you and what you need and what you want, isn't it? And if anyone else doesn't like it, that's tough, right?
And what makes you think you're ever going to get what you want with your attitude?
You two are absolutely hilarious.
Come on, can we just stop? This is gonna get ugly again.
You just stay out of this.
Exactly why do we have to hang around with Brittany and Al anyway?
Why? Because they were our friends, remember?
Why, from looking at these photos, I can tell you really enjoy your new assignment. The tropical landscape is gorgeous.
But there's something more beautiful there than those hills.
What's that, Linda?
All our dear new friends and our Bible students. We already have 11 between us, even though we're still fumbling with the language.
11?
And they're really getting the sense of the truth. Half of them are attending meetings and making big changes in their lives.
We often feel like we're living inside a yearbook report.
Absolutely. And busy? We've never been busier and never felt more fulfilled.
Wow. Need a helper?
Of course, anytime. Come and see for yourself.
Seriously, Jim, you should come and check it out personally.
We can help you with the arrangements.
That would be great.
I can tell you this. There is nothing like serving Jehovah with all you've got and seeing him bless your efforts.
Too bad David doesn't see things that way.
He doesn't even know what he's missing.
Maybe he does, Jim. Maybe one day he'll realize he can still get back his good relationship with Jehovah.
Okay, we've got Dave's car. Come on, let's get out of here. We've got to hurry if we're going to make that concert.
Like, finally, you get it.
Al, buddy, why not let me drive tonight? You're pretty tired.
What are you trying to say? You think I'm drunk? You've been drinking too, you know.
Yeah, but nowhere near as much as you. Come on, Al, let me do you a favor.
Back off! You think I can't handle my liquor or something?
Yeah, Dave, what's with you? Let him drive already. Why are you always so worried about everything?
We're going to be so late.
All right, come on, everybody. Let's go.
Al, look out! What? Are you crazy? Do you realize what you're asking me to do? No way!
Listen to me. If you don't tell them that you were driving, I could go to jail.
If I tell them I was driving, I could go to jail.
I'll pay the bail. I'll pay everything.
You're not hearing me. I'm not doing it. I'm not lying for you.
You've got to help me out. If I lose my license, I'm sunk. Do you know what that means?
But I wasn't driving. You were the one behind the wheel. I said you shouldn't.
I can't believe you won't help me out. You're supposed to be my friend.
A friend wouldn't do this to a friend.
I'm asking you for a favor.
This is insane. How can you try to pin this on me?
I didn't do anything.
You both reek of alcohol. You two have no sense. Look what you did to those girls.
Stop struggling.
He was the one who was driving.
Officer, I was not driving.
Save it. Let's go, wise guys. Down at the station, you'll get your chance to tell us what really happened. Well, now that's interesting. Your friend just told us a completely different story.
But officer, I'm telling the truth. You can check the steering wheel for fingerprints.
Oh, yeah? You both failed the alcohol breath test.
Officer, listen.
No, you listen. Do you think this is some kind of game? I don't know what's going on between the two of you, but I know this. One of you was driving while under the influence. If I had it my way, I'd send you both to prison.
Officer, how are Taylor and Brittany? Are they badly hurt?
So now you want to know about the girls. They're pretty bruised up, but they'll live. They said they tried to stop you two clowns from driving drunk.
What? Taylor said that?
You nearly killed yourselves and them too.
But officer, they were the ones who said...
They said, he said, you know what? What is it? You stay put. I'll be back.
And I thought Al was my friend. He wants me to lie and go to jail for him. He really is bad news Al after all. And Taylor? She said she tried to stop us. Are you kidding? She egged us on. How did all this happen? It's like a nightmare. How could I have been so blind? All these people, they're so unhappy, so unfulfilled. And to think I was once in the truth. I knew it was the truth. I had real friends and a clean conscience. What have I got now? While others are learning the truth, improving their lives, I've been going down the drain, wasting my life. Dad was so right about everything.
If you leave Jehovah's organization, you become easy prey for Satan. No one can truly love you unless they know and love Jehovah too. Please, come home, son, and come back to Jehovah. You know you'll be welcome. Please, come. I love you, son.
Oh, dear God, Jehovah, please hear me. Forgive me, please. I've been so foolish. I beg you, help me to get back to you, whatever it takes. Please, give me the strength to do what I have to do. Help me to right all these wrongs.
Well, David, it turns out that you were telling the truth. The girls confirmed that your friend was driving, not you. You're free to go, but you won't be going anywhere in that car, what's left of it. There's a phone if you want to call someone.
Hello?
James, it's me.
Where in the world are you?
I'm at a police station.
I'm not surprised.
James, I need help. Please, let me talk to Dad.
So now that you've hit rock bottom, You want Dad to come and get you out of trouble?
No, James, I want to come home. I want to come back to Jehovah.
I bet.
James, please. I just want to do what's right. I'm serious. I want Jehovah back in my life. I want to be back in the truth. Please don't hang up.
Okay. Dad, it's David. He's at a police station.
David?
Dad.
Oh, it's good to hear your voice, son. Are you all right?
Dad, you were so right about everything. I'm so sorry. I wronged Jehovah and I hurt you and Mom. Please let me make it up to you somehow. Dad, can I come home?
Of course, son. Do you have a way home? Can I come and get you?
The police say they can bring me home.
Then come right away. I can't wait to see you. Mary!
Thank you, Brother Smith. I really appreciate how kind you and the other elders on the Judicial Committee have been. In fact, everyone has been so encouraging. Okay, I'll see you at the meeting. Thanks again.
Brother and Sister Robinson are here for dinner. They're really looking forward to seeing you again.
Great. I can't wait to see them.
James!
Hi, Dad. Whose car is that outside?
The Robinsons are here to see David.
Has everybody forgotten what he did to our family? To the whole congregation?
Son, please. He's put that behind him now.
He hurt me too, you know. All those years I tried to set a good example for him, to keep him on the straight and narrow, and what did he care?
Jim, David always looked up to you, even if he never said so. He still does.
But that's not all, Dad. After he takes off and blows all the money you gave him, running around and doing who knows what, then he wanders back home expecting to be treated like nothing ever happened.
He feels differently now, son.
And then you and Mom start inviting people over to see him. I've never caused you and Mom a bit of trouble. When's the last time you did something like that for me?
Son, you've always been loyal and obedient, not only to me, but also to Jehovah. But your brother almost lost everything. Jehovah gave him the opportunity to come back, and David responded. He is truly repentant. He accepted discipline, and he's doing everything he can to make things right with Jehovah. He wants to make them right with you, too. You must rise above this resentment, son. If you don't, Satan will use it against you. How can we expect Jehovah to forgive us if we don't forgive others?
But, Dad...
James, your brother was dead and came to life. He was lost and was found. Jesus said the angels rejoice when one sinner repents and comes back to Jehovah. What about you, son? Will you rejoice too?
In his parable, Jesus didn't say whether the older son listened to his father and went in to rejoice over his brother's return. Perhaps Jesus wanted each of us to ask ourselves, what would you do? Of course, much heartache can be avoided if one never leaves the truth at all. Still, when someone who has strayed repents and comes back to Jehovah, surely we would all want to rejoice. And now, let us listen to another of our new songs directed to the young hearts of our brothers and sisters.
Beloved Son.